American River on our way to Lake Tahoe. The result of a forest fire up the hill. Coming up the hill. We're about 4,500 feet.
It's a big drop there, right?
And marking
down from the mountain.
There's Allie. There's BJ. Tracy and Tanya.
Those trees.
Kids aren't all that impressed with this.
No, the kids don't say too much. No, you care about it. We'll get you an ice cream.
Watch the view.
You want to swim in there? We can do that. I want you to see how cold it is.
Man, I can see the lake for a while. I get a picture of that. It's pretty good.
Oh, you mean the girl in the black shorts. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the lake. What did you say? Get a picture of that. It's okay. You don't get on a key like that very often. No. How do these buses make it through this short through Lake Tahoe? Just to see Lake Tahoe.
You won't see the lake for a little while now.
Traffic jam.
I don't think this was it. It's down further. We're at Lake Tahoe.
We have this one video. It's like my dad's trying to teach me.
There's snow up on the mountains.
See, it's just black. The cap is on.
I think this is it.
There's more snow. Say, look who we saw on our vacation. How amazing. Size of that tree.
They're parasailing down here.
See, they got wetsuits on out
Look how clean it is.
That is amazing.
Here, wait a minute, wait a minute. You want to hold this for me?
Sure.
There's a parasailer.
Hold it up.
crowded either.
There's a frog in the water.
Where?
See that stick right there?
Mm-hmm.
Come to your left about a foot and you'll see a green thing.
Oh, I see
It's
it.
kind of shining every now and
Yeah, I
then.
see it.
There's a beaver dam on Taylor Creek at Lake Tahoe. See any fishies in there water anywhere?
Yeah. Look how clear it is.
Mm-hmm. See, there's how the beavers get the trees down. A couple more back there.
Would you believe those are
Look at the ducklings. And mama. What do you think of those ducks, Paige? And even the creeks are clear.
This is the tallest peak here.
Is that pretty?
Wheeler and the castle down on the island.
Oh, look at the ball, look at the ball. That guy down there is nuts.
See that guy right there? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is over there now. He moved on me.
Crazy. Oh. I think we definitely need to go. Don't have 2 quarters, do you, Mike?
Nope. Look at that trail out there that boat made coming in or going out.
Yeah, but come here a minute.
650 out.
Oh, 50?
Hey, look at all the boats. See the boats down.
Hi, Paige. Where are we? Say it louder. All right.
Lake Tahoe. What do you see? Oh.
Here's Paige. She says she's not going with us. She's going to stay here at Emerald Bay at Lake Tahoe. Says if we're not going to McDonald's, I'm not going.
We're going to go have a picnic.
Look at her pout.
Are we close enough to the edge? Quite a hill. These bikers are up over 6,000 feet. Scaring the heck out of the cars.
Yes, you just tell yourself going down and you breeze.
Well, that'd probably be nerve-wracking too. You try to brake the whole way.
She's real concerned over that front. Do you have any freckles?
Never seen so much traffic up there.
You to watch the Dixie 2's fully operational paddle wheel at work. Occasionally, the Admiral's Room is reserved for private group use. And if it is reserved, there will be signs asking you not to enter. If that's the case, you can still get a great view of the paddle wheel at work from the third deck. To get to the third deck, you can use the outside stairs at the bow or the inside stair towers located on both sides of the boat near the stern. On some boats, the top deck is called the Hurricane Deck. Since we don't often see hurricanes at Lake Tahoe, on the Dixie 2, we call the open third deck the port and starboard sides. These exits are marked with lighted signs. In the case of any emergency, please follow the directions of the captain and crew. One final safety rule: do not sit on the rails. The cold and deep waters of Lake Tahoe can make a man overboard situation a Ladies and gentlemen, we're now far enough from shore for you to comprehend the vast size of Lake Tahoe. How did this beautiful body of water come to be? Like all geological wonders of nature, it evolved over millions of years.
Oh, we are outside.
It was actually about 600 feet deeper and made its exit at the Brockway summit just east of Mount Pluto. During the last ice age, the Truckee River Valley was carved out, and the lake now makes its exit at the Truckee River in Tahoe City. Today, snowmelt and rain collect in the lake to form a body of water 22 miles long by 12 miles wide. The lake is 70 miles around and covers 193 square miles, making it the second largest lake. Tahoe is the cleanest lake to be found in the world.
Harvey's on the right.
The lake acts like a giant reflecting prism. The deep section, which is most of the lake, reflects the color of the sky. So on a clear day, the water is a beautiful blue. When the sky is overcast, the lake takes on a silver gray color.
There he is.
In areas closer to the shore, the lake starts to get shallow and a green color.
we are going into Emerald Bay on Lake Tahoe. What? I don't know. There's more snow up on the mountains. Did you see the castle up there on the island? Look at the island.
Looking off the starboard side, you'll notice some buoys and a small pier, marking the location of the Emerald Bay Boat Camp, administered by the California State Parks Department. Here, boaters may tie up to buoys and move their tents and sleeping bags ashore, or they can sleep aboard their boat. They're allowed to stay 7 days.
Castle on top of the island.
What island are you talking about? What island?
The bay, one of the most photographed bodies of water in the world. As we come closer to the island, there's a stone structure at its summit, a tea house. This tea house was constructed in conjunction with the building of Vikingsholm Castle, which you can see among the trees on the shoreline just ahead off the bow. In 1928, a wealthy California heiress, Mrs. Laura J. Knight, purchased the head of the bay, including the island, a total of 230 acres, for a reported $250,000. She wanted to build a summer home that would fit well into the alpine surroundings. Because Emerald Bay looks so much like a Scandinavian fjord, she decided that a Viking castle would be most appropriate. Mrs. Knight and her designer architects went to Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland to study the Scandinavian architecture of old churches, homes, and castles. Structures dating back 1,200 years that would be faithfully reproduced in the building of Mrs. Knight's castle in the sky. Construction began in the fall of 1928, with the workers laying the main foundation before the winter snows came. They returned in the spring of '29, nearly 200 strong, carpenters, craftsmen, and laborers, setting up camp at the construction site. The stones used in the castle were carved from the canyon in back of the house, and other building materials were bought in by boat from South Tahoe. It was hard work and long hours. Find the back of the castle and forming a courtyard. The roofs of these wings are lead sheathed and covered with sod on which grass and wildflowers grow, creating natural insulation, a characteristic feature of old Scandinavian design. The second floor is devoted mainly to guest bedrooms, except for the right front corner, the location of Mrs. Knight's bedroom. However, her favorite room was the screened-in room on the third floor above her bedroom, where she spent most evenings. The entranceway leads into the main living room. The right front corner of the main floor is the dining room. On the left front corner is a turret, or the South Tower, which is a library. On the floor of that library is a round, hand-woven cashmere rug, valued then at $30,000. Throughout the 1930s and 40s, the famous came to visit at Vikingsholm to while away the summer as guests of Mrs. Knight. Among them were Will Rogers and Charles Lindbergh. Mrs. Knight is said to have helped Lindy finance his historic flight across the Atlantic in the spirit of St. Louis. Today, Vikingsholm is owned and administered by the California Department of Parks. During the summer season, the castle is open for walking tours from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every half hour. By the way, to the left of the castle, you'll see a stream entering the bay. That's Eagle Creek, which flows down from Eagle Falls, located on the side of the mountain just up behind the castle.
El agua muy... No se le ve justo.
Where they have rock slides every now and then.
Y el castillo que anuncian es este, mira, este está ahí, no este. El que ellos anuncian. Ahí está.
A gentleman by the name of Captain Richard Barter. The retired British seaman signed on to be the caretaker of the first summer cottage ever built at Lake Tahoe. Ben Holiday, the stage line tycoon of the West, built his cottage here in 1860, and needing someone to do the chores and keep an eye on things, hired Captain Dick. To break the monotony of the long winters, he would on occasion row his small boat up the west shore.
Look at him.
30 years.
Of course, the time is Eastern time.
Came over there and looking. There's one right here. Can we walk down there and look at him closer?
I'm sure right now.
Oh,
What?
Paige, Paige, would you look into the camera? Say hello.
I left the film in the canvas bag. All I got is 6 pictures left.
Well, you can walk back out there and get it. We'll figure out, we'll get our game plan together and you can...
Look at him.
We're in the sun now.
My name is Sean Fortney, and joining me here on stage, our dolphin trainer, Jim Mullen. Well, it looks like we've got a couple of bright shining faces, both our schooner and Bayou. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for both of our Atlantic bottlenose dolphins? How about it for both of our dolphins? An excellent job by Schooner and Bayou. Oh, come on, let's hear it for Schooner. The killer whale, that was the and as I mentioned earlier, it can also be used as a I probably should have said, look out!
The Lion and Tiger Show. This handsome lion is Atlas. Atlas is a 6-year-old male African lion. Lions and tigers are fully matured about 4.5 years of age. Now the 11 cats in the show, Atlas is our largest, weighing in at 540 pounds. The last time I weighed Atlas. Go on, kiddo. Go ahead. Go on, sport. Our next 4 cats. All these 4 all out of the same litter. They're born right here in Jungle Theater. They're 18 months old. They've only been in training now for a little over 4 months and been in the show for about 3 weeks. And they're definitely goof-offs. Go ahead. And they'll be watching you a lot more than you'll be watching them. Good boys. Again, to save them, the man's tried to rehabilitate captive-born cats back in the wild for over 30 years, and in the process killed well over...
And that was an excellent performance by Damian, Solano, Carey, and Vallejo.
When we train the cats, we use operant conditioning. That is just shaping and molding the behaviors with food reward. And that's our youngster, Gombi. Again, as the cats become more and more proficient in the
The eye of an elephant. What do you think, Paige?
What's that? What's that?
What do you think? He's flossing.
Sea lions are really great swimmers. You might be surprised to find out they're very agile up on land. There are a couple of reasons for this. Again, they have those large front flippers that raises the front part of the body off the ground. But you can see Louis' back flippers, they have a very dark brown coat. Now you might think that's a skin, but it's actually fine hair that's been slicked out by the water. Here he comes up here one more time, so how about a nice hand for Louis? You know, Louis is one of our really good divers, and so is Peabody, but I think we've saved our best diver for last. I'd like to look over here on the port side of the ship, because making his entrance will be our champion diver. That's right, it's Stanley. So get in position, Stanley. Get up on those flippers, and dive! Yeah, quite a dive by Stanley. But ladies and gentlemen, get your eyes and cameras focused on the middle of the pool, because a most spectacular photograph awaits. That's right, folks, it's Stanley! Talk about an award-winning performance. There he is taking a bow, the amazing Stanley! But those guys didn't like Stanley's backflip either? Oh, you guys are just too hard to please. Look at that look he's giving you. Oh no, he better tell Sue just what's going on here. Hear that? Stanley wants a word with you. He's going over there to give you a piece of his mind with a little more water. That's right, Stanley, up to the third row. More water. And you know, you guys go home and tell everyone you went to Marine World and we're on the receiving end of the sea lion mouthwash. Stanley, I feel pretty bad about getting those folks over there wet. How about you? Oh yeah, look at that. He's beside himself with greed. Once again, folks, how about a nice hand for Stanley?
This is Behringer's Vineyard in Napa Valley.
Improperly. So this wall is 4 feet thick, and the tunnels are bored in volcanic tuff, and it still works pretty well. In St. Helena 6 years ago, we got to as high as 118, and never got beyond 72 degrees inside those tunnels. The two top floors get too hot most of the year, so they are abandoned. The bottom floor of the tunnels are still used for cellaring. The tanks still used these uprights on these cement pedestals. Those are cut out of French oak. They're used if we have overflow after crushing from the main grid. They're empty now. The rest of these tanks are antique, like these casts line the wall. Those are German oak. Those carved casts over there. Those brought over from Germany about 1890. These of us using really large wooden tanks are behind us. We still have some large wooden tanks in the grid. We're not building any new ones. Since the early 70s, most of our tanks in California have made out of stainless steel. And if we use wood, we use little Bordelais barrels like we have in the tunnels. Now the old wine, so if you have a bottle of wine and you're going to age it for a while, make sure you keep it on its side like this in a cool, dark place. And if you go out to a retailer, make sure that they don't keep their wine vertical too long, because the cork can dry out and shrink, and the wine will evaporate out through the bottle like it will evaporate out through the barrel. Another thing, driving around today, don't put the wine on its side. It's not good for wine to get hot for too long, because it won't age properly, but you never want to get really hot. Independent of oxygen, it doesn't spoil. No, it'd be great. There's things that happen. It loses its room, freshness.
Looking at an odd tree here.
You got presents for me? Oh, where are you at right now?
Here's Mark and Tanya on the front step of their house that they're going to be leaving in California.
Okay.
What a house it was.
That's good.
Oh, we didn't get a picture of me, Mike, and Paige.
Okay, where would
There's
you
a
like?
place.
Hey.
The air up.
Turn the air up.
There's the wine train. In old Sacramento.
Start over, please.
Here we are at the B&A karaoke bar.
Itsy Spider.
Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Or
Itsy bitsy spider cleaned up the water spout. Down came the rain and forced the spider out. Out came the sun, driving off the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider cleaned up the spout again. Yay!
ABCs.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now by some my ABCs, next time won't you sing with me?
Row your boat.
Whoa, 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 boat, this down the stream. Mary, 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 walk this boat as we.
there's the owners of this fine establishment, B&A.
How y'all doing?
Oh, she's cutting her rug.
Cut a rug.
Itsy bitsy spider went up this water spout.
Hey, do hey diddle diddle.
Can you do that again?
Hi, Daddy Diddle. Cousin over the moon. Then when it go back to she says board, and then this went away with the spoon.
Can you stand up and cut a rug?
Cut a rug and sing at the same time.
Sing.
Itsy bitsy. Hey, Daddy Diddle. Hey, Daddy Diddle. Hey, Daddy Diddle. It got them over the moon. And this went away with the spoon.
Poor little thing.
How that dog and me not what's his name? B-I-N-D. B-I-N-D. B-I-N-D.
Poor thing.
Okay, sing another song.
Can you sing a love song to Brett? Okay.
Wah, 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 wah. Let's eat down the stream. Mary, 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 wah, 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 wah. Let's eat down the stream. Mary, 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 life is but a dream.
How about?
Can you sing a song, Brett and Allie? Have them sing a song.
I cannot.
Sing with them.
Oh gosh.
I really think you gotta send that in.